Sally Field, a living legend of Hollywood, is known for her remarkable talent and undeniable presence on screen. Yet, beneath the applause, the trophies, and iconic roles, there lies a story marked by deep personal pain, resilience, and survival. Born in Pasadena, California in 1946, Sally's journey into the limelight was shaped by a childhood filled with emotional turmoil, loss, and hardship. Her mother, Margaret Field, was a working actress, and her father, Richard Dryden Field, was a decorated World War II veteran. When Sally was just 4, her parents divorced, leaving a void that would haunt her for much of her life. From an early age, she navigated a world marked by instability, forced to find solace in acting as a way to escape the loneliness she felt. The hidden pain of Sally's early life. Sally's childhood was far from the picture-perfect image often portrayed in Hollywood. With her mother absorbed by her acting career and her father distant, Sally grew up in an emotionally barren environment. Her mother remarried Jock Mahoney, a charismatic stuntman who, unbeknownst to the world, was hiding a darker side. In her memoir In Pieces, Sally revealed the unimaginable trauma of abuse at the hands of Mahoney, a betrayal made worse by her mother's silence. This abuse deeply scarred Sally, stripping away her sense of trust and love. Rather than feeling nurtured, she often felt invisible, her pain ignored by those who should have protected her. In this environment of neglect and silence, Sally turned to acting as a form of self-preservation, hoping it would provide the escape and validation she craved. Hollywood's sweetheart with hidden scars, by the time Sally Field was 18, she was already a familiar face on television. Her first major role in the 1965 sitcom Gig introduced her to the world as the cheerful, innocent girl next door. This wholesome image quickly became ingrained in the public's perception of her. The show's light-hearted nature brought her fame, but it also began to trap her. Behind the cameras, Sally was grappling with a childhood that left her with deep emotional wounds. The bubbly persona she portrayed on screen contrasted sharply with the private, pain-ridden young woman she was. At just 19, she landed a role in The Flying Nun, a sitcom that would define her public career, but slowly erode her sense of self. She hated the role and the public image it created, but at that time, she felt stuck. The acting that once provided her with an escape was now a constant reminder of the persona she had to maintain, breaking free from the stereotype. Despite her growing discontent with her roles, Sally's career continued to rise. In 1975, however, she made a bold decision that shocked Hollywood. She turned down several sitcom offers. The industry, which had once embraced her as the cheerful girl next door, now viewed her as a fading star. Producers scoffed at her choice, convinced she was throwing away her career. But Sally didn't want to be typecast forever. Instead of accepting roles that would perpetuate her public image, she dedicated herself to studying method acting at the Lee Strasberg Theatre Institute. This was a turning point. No longer content with being the cute actress, Sally sought to confront her own pain and vulnerability through her craft. It was a deeply personal decision, one that would transform her career and redefine her as an actress of great depth and authenticity. A transformational role, Sybil. In 1976, Sally Field faced her darkest fears when she took on the role of Sybil, a woman suffering from dissociative identity disorder, born from childhood trauma. The role demanded everything from her, emotionally and physically. As Sally dove deep into Sybil's fractured psyche, she was also forced to confront her own painful past. The experience of embodying a character with multiple personalities was not just an acting challenge, it was a cathartic release of years of hidden emotion. Night after night, Sally channeled the raw pain of her childhood into her performance, confronting the very issues that had shaped her. The result was nothing short of remarkable. Sybil became one of the most powerful performances of her career, earning Sally her first Emmy Award and finally establishing her as a serious actress in Hollywood. The cost of vulnerability, a heavy toll. Despite the accolades, the fame, and the recognition, Sally's career came at a cost. Acting had always been a form of release for her, but the deeper she delved into emotionally charged roles, the more she exposed herself to vulnerability. She often spoke about how she would emerge from some of her most intense performances feeling emotionally drained, as though the very act of performing had torn pieces of her soul away. This constant emotional exhaustion was not without consequences. Though she had found a way to heal through her craft, The process of reliving her pain on screen took its toll on her personal life. Despite the success and acclaim, Sally was forced to reckon with the emotional toll of being constantly on, and the need for rest and self-care was ever present. The heartbreak of love and betrayal. While Sally's career soared, her personal life was marked by heartache and betrayal. Her first marriage to high school sweetheart Stephen Craig ended in 1975 after 7 years, leaving her with the painful realization that love, while meaningful, could not always provide the stability she had longed for. Just 2 years later, she entered a tumultuous relationship with actor Burt Reynolds. Their chemistry was undeniable, but their relationship was fraught with emotional turbulence. While the world saw them as Hollywood's golden couple, behind closed doors, Sally faced doubts about her worth and talents. Reynolds often belittled her acting career, dismissing her abilities even when she was nominated for an Academy Award. The relationship ultimately ended in 1982, but not before leaving deep emotional scars. For Sally, the end of the relationship was a painful but necessary step toward reclaiming her own sense of self-worth. A second chance at love, marriage to Alan Graysman. After her relationship with Reynolds, Sally found love again with producer Alan Graysman. The two married in 1984, and for Sally, it marked a new chapter in her life. This marriage was different. It was rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and support. Sally often described her family as the one place where she felt truly at peace, a place where she could experience the unconditional love that had eluded her in her earlier years. However, even in this seemingly peaceful period, Sally faced personal challenges. Though her career continued to thrive, her personal life was still shaped by the ghosts of her past. Yet, with Alan, she found a quieter kind of happiness, one that offered her the stability she had always longed for. A legacy of strength, vulnerability, and courage. As Sally Field reflects on her life and career, she acknowledges that her journey has been defined not just by her triumphs, but by her struggles. She has faced loss, pain, and heartbreak, yet she has always risen, stronger and more resilient. Through it all, Sally has remained an actress of remarkable depth, someone who never shied away from vulnerability or the harsh truths of her past. Her career, marked by roles that demanded emotional honesty and authenticity, serves as a testament to the power of art to heal, transform, and uplift. Sally Field's legacy is not just that of an iconic actress, but of a woman who endured unimaginable pain and emerged stronger, more courageous, and ever more authentic.